Shalom. Call hello Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Ba'ashem Rakal Kadash. For blessing me with the spirit to do this lesson. So you had these six Mississippi cops who tortured these two Jakes out in Mississippi. This was some years ago. Finally being sentenced. One of them was sentenced to 20 years. And I guess Jake feel like he won. You know, when these devils get charged like this, they feel like they won. The uh, uh, the criminal system, the criminal court system is changing, which it's not. It's getting worse. See, what Jake don't understand is that he's hated. He's not considered a citizen here. He's not considered a human being. You know, they look at you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans as 3/5 of a human being, but they'll use you to bring tension toward one another. They'll use you to divide one another. You know, they have to do it. That's one of the tactics of this devil, man. So here you have six cops call themselves the Goon Squad, you know, in Mississippi, who terrorized these Jakes, shot one of them in the mouth, tied them up, you know, all types of things they did to him, man. And they planted drugs on him to make it look like it was a drug bust, but it all came out that they were, you know, they planted the whole thing. And that's what Esau Edom does, man. See, our people don't realize the type of man they dealing with. Esau Edom is a pure coward, man. He's a coward. He's weak. This is why they have to handcuff you first, and then they can, you know, talk crazy to you and want to fight you when you can't defend yourself. Or when they put on the badge, they feel like they're above the law. So, and that you're a so-called Negro, they can pretty much do whatever they want to you and get away with it. And the system has them thinking like that because the system is ran by Satanists, by your arch enemy, Esau Edom, the so-called white man. This whole system is geared to oppress, destroy, divide, and put to death you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. That's just what it is. Right? So, let me get one scripture we're going to play it. This is Deuteronomy 28 and verse 49. And it reads, "The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand." Right? This is when Esau Edom came, you know, Alexander the Greek, you know, the nation of Edom came in power. And when Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua put our enemies over us to oppress us, he was the chief enemy, man. He was the top enemy, Esau Edom. And when he came over there, we spoke Hebrew. He spoke, you know, whether it was Spanish, English, you know, Russian, whatever, man. We didn't understand what he was saying because, we didn't, they weren't our people, man. Right? So it says, a nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the persons of the old, nor show favor to the young. And these devils, they don't show you no favor. They have no pity on you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. They don't feel sorry for you when they do things to you. They don't feel sorry for you, man. They love to see you cry, beg, scream, hurt, be in pain. They love to see these things, man. Right? This is why Yahweh Shem Yahushua has a great judgment coming to the nation of Edom. Because they're nothing but demons and complete devils, man. Right? So, without any further ado, let's play this, man. Check it out.
Black men who were the victims of a racially motivated attack by law enforcement officers will receive justice this week.
12 News' Delisa Blanks is there when the two men and their attorney spoke ahead of this week's sentencing.
That's right. Michael Corey Jenkins and Eddie Parker were subjected to violent torture last year by 5 former Rankin County deputies and 1 Richmond
And Salakia was about a year ago.
Police officer.
So these are the 6 devils right here. Right? Red as all can be, man. Ain't none of them up here white. None of them, man. Right? These stripes right here, this is white. Look at his skin color. And look at this white strip. Nobody's white. Look at his white shirt and look at his skin. He's not white. Right? These are some red, pasty devils, man.
This week, those 6 officers who called themselves the Goon Squad are set to be sentenced in federal court. Jenkins, Parker, and their attorneys called for the federal judge to impose the strictest possible penalties at the sentencing this week.
The state has been dragged to justice.
Right.
There's state sentencing that's coming after this, but the charges are nowhere near as heavy, and they're also concurrent, meaning that they won't add any time. So Lynn Fitch and the governor and the state have been dragged here, and I fear to say what would happen if we didn't have Ms. Clark in the Justice Department Civil Rights Division. Obstruction of justice and the cover-up, according to even civil rights criminal law, is more serious than the act. Okay, because if you lose integrity in the entire system, if you have a bunch of lying officers that are covering up, planting evidence and concealing evidence, conspiracy to obstruct justice carries a maximum of 20 years. Okay, obstruction of justice carries a maximum of 20 years. The other crimes, deprivation under color of law, snatching the rights, and assaults, and the other, which are serious acts, but they carry 10 years.
The law enforcement officers pled guilty.
And these devils, they'll get up there and they'll cry and they'll, say how sorry they are. And it's all a bunch of bullshit, man. They only sorry because they got caught, man. They don't have no remorse on what they did to those 2 Jakes, man. So, see, Yahweh Shem Yahushua got a judgment for these people, and he's not going to have mercy on them. Esau Edom is the only nation that is not promised any mercy from Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. They're going to get judged to the highest power, man. Right? This is Psalms 37 and verse 12. The wicked plotteth against the just, and gnash upon him with his teeth. Yeah, man. All day long, each and every day that passes, the wicked who is Esau Edom, the so-called white man, plotteth on the just, which are the Israelites, to see how they can overthrow them, man, to see how they can put them to death, how to get them jammed up, right? It says, the Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming. And the Lord knows that these devils got a day that they got to meet them, man. And that day is on the rise. That day is fast approaching. And these devils, they can't get out of it. They can't get out of it. It says, the wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy and to slay such as be of upright conversation, man. Because Jake probably wasn't doing nothing, man. He probably was chilling in the crib, you know, probably drinking. And these Edomites, they done bust in the house, you know, beat them up, you know, did all types of acts to him, and shot one in the mouth, right? Tortured them, man. And they think that because they're going to jail, they're paying their debt. Nah, man. Your debt is far from being paid, man. Let's jump, man. This is 20 verse 28 we're going to jump to. For the Lord loveth judgment, right? The Lord loveth judgment and forsaketh not his saints. Who are his saints? The Israelites, man. They are preserved forever, but the seed of the wicked shall be cut off. So these devils, they're going to be cut off, right? Verse 32, the wicked watcheth the righteous and seeketh to slay him. That's what they do, right? What does Lamentation tell you? They hunt our steps to where we cannot go in our streets. Lamentations, I believe it's chapter 2. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Or 4. It might be 4. Salakia. Lamentations chapter 4. Yeah. Lamentations chapter 4, verse 18. It says, they hunt our steps that we cannot go in our streets. Right? Our end is near. Our days are fulfilled. Our end is come, man. Meaning the end of our captivity. The end of our punishment. And guess what? It's starting the punishment of these devils, man. It's starting the punishment of these devils. Right? Let's continue. I got another clip. And we're going to shut it down.
To multiple federal and state charges, including assault, conspiracy, and obstruction of justice. Hunter Elward and Jeffrey Middleton will be sentenced on tomorrow, Tuesday. The other 4 will be sentenced on Wednesday and Thursday.
So there it is, man. There it is. So we got this one here. All right. Let me get another script. Right. So his sentence is coming down. Now these devils, what they thought they could get away with before, they're not really getting away with it because Esau Edom is losing his power, man. Esau Edom is losing his power. This is Amos, chapter 1, verse 11. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually. Yeah, they got a anger and they don't have no pity. They have no mercy for their for their brother, man, which is Jacob. Right? Because Esau Edom is our older brother. Right? But he broke that brotherly covenant a long time ago, man. Right? So the Lord said, hey, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof. Because he did pursue his brother with the sword, man. Right? It tells you in the beginning in Genesis chapter 27, when Isaac was on his deathbed, Esau said to himself, the times of my father, the times of grieving for my father are at hand, then will I slay my brother Jacob, man. And Esau been trying to slay Jacob. Well, he been slaying Jacob ever since, man. Right? It says, because he did pursue his brother with the sword and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever, man. And this devil hated you then, and he hates you now, man. Right? He ain't gonna change. Fat, sloppy Edomites, man. Want to get in on oppressing Jake and torturing him. The Lord got some torture coming for you. Right? The Lord got some torture coming for you, man. You damn devils. Right? So check this out.
Sentencing was pushed back twice, once last year in November and this year in January. Community leaders and the victims of the Goon Squad gathered at the podium today talking about the outcome they are hoping for with this sentencing. Attorney Trent Walker and attorney Malik Shabazz are representing the 2 survivors of the Goon Squad, Michael Jenkins and Eddie Parker. They said they want the 6 members of the Rankin County Goon Squad, Christian Dedman, Hunter Elward, Brett McAplin, Jeffrey Middleton, Daniel Opdyke, and Joshua Hartfield to face the maximum amount of years for at least the crimes they each pled guilty to. They said that Hunter Elward, who shot Michael Jenkins in the face, could be facing up to 70 years behind bars. The 6 pled guilty to torturing Michael Jenkins and Eddie Parker in January of 2023 and making up false reports that could have had Jenkins and Parker behind bars.
If the shoe were on the other foot, and these officers did not have badges and they were accused of crimes this heinous, then there's no way that they would be cut a break in any way, shape, form, or fashion. And so I think that they forfeited their right to ever wear a badge or to have claimed that a badge or the fact that they were officers entitles them to anything, and they should be treated like any other common criminal.
Attorney Shabazz said a petition to remove Rankin County Sheriff Brian Bailey from office has collected over 30,000 signatures. Bailey has previously said he would not resign as sheriff and claims he has no knowledge of what the Goon Squad was doing before their actions were exposed. Survival Michael Jenkins says he is hoping for the best for this sentencing, but he is preparing for the worst. Brooklyn Jordan reporting from Jackson, 16 WAPT News.
So, hey, man, these devils, let's get them. Let's get them up there. All 6 of these devils, man, along with the rest of their nation, they got hell coming to them, man. They got hell to pay. This is Ezekiel 35:5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity and the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord, I will prepare thee unto blood, man. So the Lord is preparing Esau Edom unto blood. It's all good when you doing it, when you're spilling the blood. But when your blood is being spilled, it's not fun anymore, man. Right? It's not going to be fun anymore. Right? Because what? These devils, they love to shed the blood of the children of Israel. They love it, man. They get off on it. Right? So it says, therefore, as I live, saith the Lord, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee, since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Right? That's what it is. It said, thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate and cut off from it that passeth out and him that returneth, man. So the Lord is finna to cut you devils completely off, man. And we're going to end it like this. This is Obadiah, right? Chapter 9. So like here, Obadiah 1, verse 9. It says, and thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed, to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter, man. Every one of these devils are going to be cut off by slaughter. Them, their women, their children, their grandparents, whatever, man. Whoever. Verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever, man. Right? So that's what you got to look forward to. You going into hardcore slavery, Esau, Edom. This is it for you. This is your last hoorah. Right? You're going into hardcore slavery for 1,000 years, and then after that, the nation of Edom, they're going to be rounded up, and it's going to be a huge bonfire, man. Right? And they can't get out of it. You know, so, hey, man, I just wanted to go into that. Yahweh Shem Yahushua willing, the elect was edified. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, for blessing me with the spirit to do this lesson. Hey, Esau, Edom, man, your time is up, and you know it. To the next lesson, Shalom.